So let's say a G-Body is your first muscle car, right? It's just, somebody either gave you a G-Body or you just went and bought one yourself and you want to use it as a project. You want to LS swap it, right? I got you. Now, first things first, you need to figure out which LS you want to run because there are so many LSs. You got Gen 3 5.3s, you got Gen 4 5.3s, you got 6.0s, the LS2s, the LQ4s and 9s, so there's a lot of LSs out there. Hell, there are 4.8s, but if you want an easy engine to get, hell, if you want the whole drivetrain without having to fight for it, yeah, you need to secure what is called a donor vehicle. Now, these 2000 to 2005 Tahoes and Yukons, they all came with the 5.3s. So you could pretty much get this whole truck for $4,700 or under. Another way to secure engine and transmission is to go to eBay. Now, these 5.3 dropouts with the transmission that come with them, you're not going to spend no more than $3,000. See, $2,800 for this, $2,800 for this one, $2,800 for this one, $3,000 for this one right here, and $2,800 for this one. There's a lot of them. You can actually find them a lot cheaper, but it all depends on how much mileage you want on this thing. If you're talking about buying a 5.3 to rebuild and dropping your LS, then that's an entirely different story. It don't really matter, at this point. But if you want something that if you want something that you want to drop in and just go and don't worry about rebuilding it, make sure you look for a low mileage one. After you secure the engine and transmission, you need to decide on what ECU and harness you're going to run. Now, if you're going to run the stock harness and ECU from your donor vehicle or, just from the one from the junkyard or eBay, you're going to have to get the VATs deleted and you're going to have to get all the emissions stuff depanned out of that harness. But if you don't mind spending that extra money, you could always go get a Holley Terminator or a Holley Terminator X Max. Now, the difference between the X and the X Max is the Terminator X controls transmissions like the 700R4, the TH400, and the TH350, transmissions that don't require electronics. The Terminator X Max controls electronic transmissions like the 6L90, the 6L80, the 4L60E, which is more than likely what a lot of y'all will end up running. But I highly suggest you run the 4L80. It's a lot stronger than the 4L60E. The next thing you need to focus on is finding an LS swap kit. Now, you can find these things for pretty cheap. Holley sells this one for about just over $720. And, you just got to figure out which one you need to get because they have multiple. This one in particular has the cross member for a 4L60E, a 4L65E, 4L70E, and a 4L75E. So if you have a 4L60E, then get this one. If you got this, if you're using a TH400, then just use the other one. After that, after you get everything wired up, you do need to do some preventative maintenance. You need to go and put a better fuel pump in there. I'm talking about like 240 LPH or 255 LPH like this one. If you're just swapping it in, no cam, no nothing like that, no power adders, then you more than likely won't have to. But just in case you add more power to this thing, you wanna make sure you got the right fuel pump in there. Now, in my honest opinion, you do not need to be fiddling with engine or transmissions or anything before you upgrade the brakes on these older Chevys because they are bad on stopping power. So as far as big brake companies, you don't even have to get a big brake kit. Just get a good brake system. So you got Wheelwood, you have Bear, you have Brembo, and StopTech. It's some more I can name, but yeah, them the main four that people get for these G-bodies. And yeah, stopping power is a must. The last thing you want to do is be hard-headed. Oh yeah, and not to mention, you need to have some damn good coilovers and shit like that. Just upgrade your whole suspension because, like I was just about to say, the last thing you want to do is put all this money into these cars and, you can't stop. And then you done tore your car up. There's money down the drain, man. Who want to go through all of this again?